Imagine for a moment that the first breath you take in the morning is not just air entering your lungs, but a signal, a powerful invitation to the universe declaring who you are and what you intend to bring into this day. Right here, right now, how you greet the morning sets the stage for everything that follows. You're not just waking up, you're waking up your intention, your energy, your very soul. Now here's a question: what story are you writing the moment you wake up? Are you starting with gratitude, joy, and curiosity, or with stress, worry, and complaints about not getting enough sleep? Because whatever energy you choose to start with, the world will respond in kind. If you wake up dreading the day, expecting things to go wrong, feeling the weight of yesterday's burdens, guess what? That's exactly the energy you're calling into your life. It's like sending out a message: I'm not ready for this day, I don't want it. And life responds, okay, I'll meet you there. But what if you started your day with a different declaration? What if the second you woke up, you said to yourself, today is a day for miracles. Today is a day I get to be the person I choose to be. Imagine that. Imagine the shift that would happen. Because when you greet the morning with gratitude, with love, with purpose, you're not only transforming your own energy, you're sending a signal to the universe that you are ready. You're saying, I'm here, I'm awake, I'm open to whatever magic this day has to offer. Here's a secret: it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. You might have had a rough day, you might have made mistakes, faced challenges, dealt with stress, but the morning, that first moment of waking, is a reset button. The universe doesn't care about your past, it's responding to your present. Right here, right now, you get to decide who you are. Not who you were yesterday, not who others think you are, but who you choose to be today. So what's it going to be? Are you going to drag yesterday's troubles into today's possibilities, or are you going to set down those burdens and greet the morning like it's the greatest gift you've ever received? Because here's the truth: it is. You woke up, you have another chance. Right now you're breathing, that's the miracle. Everything else is just details. Start your day with a ritual. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Maybe it's a moment of stillness before you even get out of bed, where you take a deep breath and just feel gratitude. Maybe you sit quietly, close your eyes, and visualize the kind of day you want to have, the kind of person you want to be in that day. Maybe it's lighting a candle, saying a prayer, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for. Whatever it is, make it sacred. Make it yours. Why? Because when you begin your day with intention, you are choosing the energy you want to bring into it. And when you choose your energy, you're not just reacting to life, you're creating it. This is where true power lies, in that subtle but profound shift from reacting to creating. I want you to imagine something. Imagine that every single morning there's a knock at your door. You open it, and standing there is the world. All of its opportunities, its challenges, its surprises, both good and bad. The world stands there waiting for you to greet it. And the way you greet it, the energy you put out, is what determines how the world will respond to you that day. If you open that door with excitement, with a willingness to embrace whatever comes your way, that's exactly what you'll get back. Now think of a morning where you wake up and feel overwhelmed before you even get out of bed. You grab your phone, scroll through bad news, check your emails, get sucked into the stress before your feet even touch the ground. How does the day go? It feels like you're playing catch-up, like the world is one step ahead of you, doesn't it? But imagine the opposite. Imagine waking up, feeling the quiet stillness of the early morning, taking a deep breath and saying, I am ready for today. I welcome whatever comes, and I know that whatever happens, I have the power to respond with grace and courage. How does that day unfold? There's a lightness to it, a sense of flow. You're not struggling, you're dancing with life, co-creating the day. Here's a simple practice for you. Tomorrow when you wake up, before you check your phone, before you check the clock, before your mind starts running through the list of things you have to do, take a single moment to be present. Place your hand on your heart, feel it beat, and say to yourself, this is a new day, a new chance, and I am grateful. It sounds simple, maybe even too simple, but try it. See what happens. Watch how the world begins to mirror back to you the energy you give it. Let's talk about expectations, because how you greet the morning is not just about what you do, it's about the expectations you set. If you wake up expecting problems, expecting difficulties, then that's what you'll find. But if you wake up with a sense of curiosity, with an openness to the unknown, you're inviting miracles into your life. You're telling the universe, I'm ready for something new, something unexpected, something wonderful. Think of it like tuning a radio. Every morning you're tuning your frequency. Are you tuning into fear, into stress, into lack, or are you tuning into love, into possibility, into abundance? Because whatever you tune into, that's what you'll pick up all day long. Don't underestimate the power of small shifts. Some of you might be thinking, I'm not a morning person, or I have too much to do, I don't have time for rituals. But this isn't about overhauling your life in one day, it's about those little moments of awareness, those tiny adjustments that shift your energy from being reactive to being proactive. Here's a story for you. There was a woman who was always rushed in the morning. She had kids to get ready, a demanding job, and never enough time. Every morning felt like a race against the clock, and she would start her day already behind. One morning she decided to change one thing, just one. Before she got out of bed, she took one deep breath and said, today I choose to be present. Today I choose to be patient, that's it. No big ceremony, no elaborate routine. Just one intentional breath and a choice. And you know what happened? Her mornings didn't become less busy, but her experience of them changed. She felt calmer, more centered, more able to handle whatever came her way. And over time, that small shift rippled out into her entire life. You don't have to be perfect to start your day right. You just have to be willing. Willing to show up as the best version of yourself, even if you don't feel like it. Willing to greet the day as an opportunity instead of a burden. Willing to say, today I will give my best energy and I trust that life will respond in kind. Let go of the need to control every detail of your morning. Instead, focus on the energy you bring to it. When you stop trying to micromanage the outcomes and start focusing on your own state of being, you'll be amazed at how life begins to unfold in ways you couldn't have predicted. That's the magic of surrender. It's not about giving up, it's about letting go of the need to have it all figured out, and trusting that when you greet the morning with love, the day will return that love 1,000-fold. And remember this, you are always just one morning away from a new beginning. No matter what happened yesterday, no matter what you're dealing with today, every morning you have a choice. You can drag the past with you, or you can choose to start fresh, to bring new energy into the day. It's your choice, your power, your gift. And when you make that choice, you're not only changing your morning, you're changing your life. So tomorrow, when that alarm goes off, remember the morning is your invitation. It's the universe's way of saying, here's a fresh start. What are you going to do with it? Will you greet it with excitement, with love, with gratitude, or with fear? with fear, with hesitation, with worry. Choose wisely, because how you greet the morning is how life greets you. Success begins before the rest of the world has even opened its eyes. It starts in the quiet, still hours when the streets are empty, when the phone isn't buzzing, when the demands of the day haven't come rushing in. It's in that silence, that sacred space before the day dawns, that successful people find their greatest strength. They don't just get up early to tick off another box on their schedule. No, they rise to greet the quiet because they know in the stillness they can hear their own soul speaking. Think about it every single morning. Before the rush, before the noise, there's a moment of golden opportunity when you can hear yourself think. When you can tune into your own frequency, not the world's. It's the time when successful people connect with their inner compass, that internal guidance system that we all have, but so few of us listen to. The great ones, those who seem to move through life with ease, with purpose, with an unshakable sense of direction, they start in the silence. They listen before they act. They align before they move. Do you feel that? The power of the morning is in its stillness. It's not in the doing, it's in the being. Before the to-do lists, before the emails, before the demands, there's a window small, yes, but oh, so powerful where you get to decide what kind of day you're going to have. This isn't about hustling harder, it's about tuning in deeper, because success isn't about more, it's about alignment. It's about being so centered, so clear on who you are and what you want, that the actions you take during the day aren't busy, they're meaningful. How many of us are truly still in the morning, really still? Not just sitting in bed, scrolling on our phones or planning the day, but actually truly still listening to that quiet voice inside, the one that gets drowned out by the noise of the world. That's where the magic happens. That's where the real wisdom lives. But here's the thing, you can only hear it in the silence. Successful people know this. They wake up early not because it's fashionable, not because there's some secret formula hidden in the pre-dawn hours, but because it's the only time they can truly listen before the rest of the world starts talking. That's the time they ask themselves, what do I want from this day? Who do I want to be? What's truly important to me? Not what the world says is important, but what's important to them. Let's be honest here, most of us wake up and the first thing we do is check our phones. We reach for that screen like it holds the key to our day, as if the first email, the first message, the first bit of news is going to tell us how to feel, how to think, how to live. But the truth, you already have the answers. They're inside you waiting to be heard. The challenge is that most of us never stop long enough to listen. We rush from one thing to the next, filling every empty space with noise, with distractions, with obligations. But the successful ones, they pause. They take that moment of stillness and guard it like a treasure because they know it's the foundation of everything they do. Imagine it waking up feeling calm, centered, knowing exactly who you are and what you're about to do. Not because someone told you, not because it's written down in a book or a motivational quote, but because you heard it. You felt it in the quiet before the day began. That's what sets successful people apart. They're not chasing success, they're aligning with it. And it all starts in those first few moments, in that place of stillness. Here's a practice for you, a challenge, really. Tomorrow, before the sun rises, before the world wakes up, wake yourself. Don't set the alarm to wake up to the world's demands. Set it to wake up to your own stillness. And when you wake up, don't jump out of bed. Don't reach for the phone. Just sit in the quiet. Take a breath. Feel your own presence. That's right, feel your own presence. Not the presence of your schedule or your tasks, but your own being. Ask yourself, what do I need today? Who do I want to be today? What is the one thing I want to focus on that will make me feel successful regardless of what the world says? Here's the truth, it's in the silence that the answers come. They don't come from another podcast, another book, or another piece of advice. They come from within. When you give yourself permission to be quiet, when you listen to that still, small voice inside, you'll hear the guidance that's been there all along. And that's what successful people do. They follow their own guidance, not the noise around them. Success isn't something you chase, it's something you invite. And you invite it by starting your day in alignment. Imagine that the first step you take in the morning is the first step in a dance. If you start rushed, out of sync, stressed, then the whole dance will feel forced. But if you start with grace, with intention, with a sense of flow, then the rest of the dance becomes effortless. This is why successful people meditate, why they journal, why they take time to reflect before the world is awake. It's not about doing more, it's about being more. It's about aligning with the rhythm of life before you step into it. Don't make the mistake of thinking it's about perfection. This isn't about having the perfect morning routine, the perfect meditation practice, or the perfect cup of coffee. It's about showing up for yourself before you show up for the world. It's about saying, I matter enough to give myself this moment. I matter enough to start my day with intention. Because if you can't give yourself those first few minutes of the day, if you can't give yourself that moment of silence, then how can you expect to handle the rest of the day with grace and power? Here's a little secret: successful people know the mind is clearest in the morning. It's not weighed down by the baggage of the day. It's not cluttered with thoughts of what went wrong or what needs fixing. It's fresh, it's open, and it's receptive. That's why they make time for stillness. That's why they make space to listen. Because they know that in those early hours they have a direct line to their deepest wisdom. Try this tomorrow. Wake up and just breathe. Don't force anything. Just breathe and listen. Maybe you'll hear nothing but your own breath, and that's okay. Maybe you'll hear a thought, a feeling, an idea, whatever it is, notice it. Don't judge it, don't analyze it, just notice it. That's the key. Successful people aren't afraid of silence because they're not afraid of themselves. They're not running from their thoughts, they're embracing them. They're listening because they know that the answers they seek are already within them, waiting to be discovered in the quiet moments. What are you afraid of hearing? What is it that keeps you from sitting in the stillness? Is it doubt? Is it fear? Is it the worry that you won't have the right answer? That you're not enough? That you're somehow missing the secret to success? Let me tell you this, the secret to success isn't out there, it's in here, it's within you. And you find it in the silence before the world wakes up, before the noise drowns out your own voice. Don't let the world tell you who you are before you've even had a chance to decide for yourself. Don't let the demands of the day determine your worth, your path, your focus. You are more than your tasks, more than your to-do list, more than the expectations others place on you. You are a powerful, creative, limitless being, but to tap into that power, you have to make time for it. You have to create space for it. You have to listen to it. In the stillness, you'll find clarity. In the stillness, you'll find purpose. In the stillness, you'll find you. And when you start your day with that kind of clarity, with that kind of alignment, the world will respond to you differently. You'll move through your day with a sense of ease, a sense of flow, because you're not reacting, you're creating. You're not driven by what you should do, you're led by what you want to do, by what feels true to you. I'll leave you with this thought: every morning is a chance to begin again. Every morning is a blank canvas, a new start, a fresh opportunity to align with who you truly are. Don't waste it by diving into the noise before you've heard your own voice. Give yourself the gift of stillness, of silence, of space. And watch what happens. Watch how your life changes, how your success grows, not because you're doing more, but because you're being more. Because you're showing up as the truest version of yourself. And that, my friends, is the greatest success of all. Picture this: the moment you wake up in the morning, you are standing at the edge of infinite possibility. It's as if you're holding a painter's brush, and the blank canvas before you is your day. What colors are you going to use? What shapes, what expressions, what emotions are you going to choose to fill that empty space? Because let me tell you something powerful: your morning isn't just a beginning, it's a declaration. When you wake up, you're not simply opening your eyes, you're setting your intention. You're sending a signal out to the universe that says, here I am, and this is what I'm choosing to bring into my life today. Now, I know what you might be thinking: Wayne, what difference does it make? It's just another morning, another start. But let me share with you a truth that changes everything. Morning routines aren't just habits, they're signals. They are the way you align yourself with what you want, with the energy you wish to embody, with the life you're ready to create. They are the vibrations you send out to the universe, and believe me, what you send out comes back to you every single time. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have life flow to them so easily? Why opportunities seem to fall in their lap? Why they seem to move through challenges with grace? It's not luck, it's not magic. It's energy. These people have mastered the art of setting their intentions, of letting their day be drawn to the energy they choose to embody. They're not waiting for the day to show them what it's going to be. They are declaring it with every breath they take the moment they wake up. So let me ask you, what are you declaring when you wake up each day? Are you starting your morning with a sense of gratitude, peace, and expectation that today is a gift? Or are you dragging yesterday's frustrations into the present, letting old thoughts set the stage for a new day? Your intentions, my friend, are the fuel that ignite the day. They are the light that leads your steps, the energy that shapes your experience. And when you set clear, powerful intentions, when you start the day with purpose, you're not just living your life, you're creating it. Let's take a step back and talk about what intentions really are. An intention is not a to-do list. It's not a goal. It's not a resolution to lose 10 pounds or to get a promotion or to finally clean out the garage. An intention is about the energy you choose to bring into the world. It's about deciding, this is who I am going to be today. This is how I'm going to show up. It's saying, today I choose to be peaceful. I choose to be joyful. I choose to be kind. It's deciding, today I will be open to the unexpected gifts that come my way. Today I will give love freely without expecting anything in return. When you set your intentions, you align with the energy of creation itself. You are declaring to the universe, this is who I am, this is what I value, and this is what I am ready to receive. And you know what happens when you do that? I'm not saying this to scare you, I'm saying it to empower you, because every morning when you set an intention, you are tapping into your power as a co-creator of your reality. Think about that. You are not a passive observer of your life. You are not an active participant in its unfolding. What a gift. What a miracle. And the key to accessing that power is so simple, so gentle. It begins with just a moment of stillness when you wake up. Let me give you an example. Imagine waking up and instead of reaching for your phone, instead of checking emails or diving into the rush of the day, you pause, you take a deep breath, and you feel the energy of the new day washing over you. And in that space, you set a clear intention today. I am going to be a source of calm in the middle of any chaos. I am going to listen more, judge less, and give my best energy to those I meet. That's it. It's not about controlling every outcome. It's about aligning yourself with the energy you wish to embody. I remember a story about a man who changed his life with a single intention. He was overwhelmed, stressed, and felt like life was spiraling out of control. But one morning, he decided to do something different. Instead of rushing into his day with the usual stress and anxiety, he sat in silence for 5 minutes and said to himself, "Today I choose to be at peace. No matter what happens," he repeated this intention every morning for a week, then a month. And you know what happened? His circumstances didn't change overnight, but his response to them did. He found himself reacting differently with more patience, more clarity. Opportunities started to appear, and challenges seemed to lose their power over him. It wasn't magic, it was the power of intention. What would happen if you gave yourself that same gift? If every morning you took a moment to decide, this is how I choose to show up today, and then watched how the universe began to shift in response to your energy. Intentions are not about perfection, they are about alignment. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be clear about the energy you want to bring into your day. And then let the day respond to that energy. Let go of the need to control every detail and trust that your intention will guide you where you need to go, because it will. And here's a surprising truth: intentions have a way of surprising you. Sometimes you'll set an intention and the day won't go as planned. It might look like everything is going wrong. But if you stay aligned with your intention, if you stay true to the energy you set in the morning, you'll see that even the challenges, even the unexpected twists, are leading you to exactly where you need to be. The universe has a way of delivering in ways that our minds cannot predict. So how do you set a powerful intention in the morning? It's simpler than you think. You don't need a complicated ritual. You don't need hours of meditation. All you need is a few moments of stillness and clarity. When you wake up, before you do anything else, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? Who do I want to be today? What energy do I want to bring into my interactions? Then whatever answer comes up, let that be your intention. Write it down if you need to. Say it out loud. Feel it in your heart. Let's say your intention is to be more patient. Imagine yourself moving through the day with patience. See yourself responding to challenges with a calm heart. Feel the energy of patience filling your body. And then carry that feeling with you as you move through the day. You're not trying to control what happens, you're choosing how you show up, and the universe will match that choice. Here's a challenge for you. Try setting one intention every morning for the next week. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as today I will be kind, or today I will listen more and speak less. Notice how your day unfolds. Pay attention to the subtle shifts in how you feel, how you respond, and how the world responds to you. Remember, this is not about changing the world in one day. It's about shifting your world one morning, one intention, one breath at a time. Because here's the truth, the energy you send out in the morning creates a ripple that moves through your entire day. It's like tossing a pebble into a still pond. The ripples spread out, touching everything in their path. And when you wake up and set a powerful intention, you are tossing that pebble into the universe, creating waves of energy that will come back to you over and over. What's the first ripple you want to send out tomorrow morning? You don't just wake up to life, you create it. That's right, the first hour of your day is not just about getting out of bed or scrambling to make it to the next obligation. It's about setting the stage, creating the mood, the energy, the very vibration you want to carry with you. You are the artist of your own life, and the first strokes are made the moment you wake up. Let me ask you something. How do you want to live? How do you want to feel? Because the energy you start your day with isn't just a mood, it's a declaration. It's you telling the universe, this is who I am, this is what I'm creating, and this is what I'm ready to receive. This is a choice you make the moment you open your eyes. And make no mistake, this isn't about passively sliding into your day, hoping things go well, or waiting for life to hand you the circumstances you want. It's about actively creating those circumstances with the power of your intention, your thoughts, and your habits, especially in those first golden moments of the morning. You don't just wake up, you awaken. So many people go through life asleep, even when they're awake. They go through the motions, follow routines that they didn't consciously choose, repeat thoughts they've thought 1,000 times before. They wake up, and they wake up to the same reality day after day. But what if instead you woke up with a spark of intention? What if you greeted the morning not with a sigh of reluctance, but with a sense of excitement, a sense of possibility? Imagine this, the first hour of your day is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant, there will grow. So what seeds are you planting? Are they seeds of anxiety, stress, and rush, or are they seeds of calm, clarity, and joy? I want you to realize something important. You are the creator of your day, not the victim of it. Too often we wake up as if the day is something that's happening to us, something to endure, to survive. But what if instead you woke up with the mindset that the day is something you get to shape? Something you get to design? Think about this. The first thoughts that cross your mind upon waking those early, quiet moments before the noise of the world comes in are like the tuning fork for the rest of your day. If you wake up and the first thing you think is, I'm not ready for this, or I didn't get enough sleep, or I have so much to do, you're tuning your day to the frequency of stress and lack. You're setting a tone that says, I'm behind, I'm struggling, I'm not enough. But if you wake up and the first thing you think is, I'm grateful for this day, or I am ready for whatever comes, or I am blessed to have another chance, you're tuning your day to a completely different frequency, a frequency of abundance, of gratitude, of possibility. What's your morning tune? How do you start your day? Do you let the worries of yesterday pour into today? Do you let the demands of others dictate your first thoughts and actions? Or do you carve out a sacred space to remind yourself of who you are, what you value, and what you're here to create? Let's talk about morning rituals, because this is where the magic happens. Successful people, those who live with purpose, who seem to be in sync with the flow of life, they don't just wake up and react. They wake up and create. They understand that the first hour of the day is the foundation for everything that follows. They protect that time like it's sacred, because it is. And I want you to protect it too. I want you to honor that first hour like the most valuable time you have, because it is. You wouldn't start building a house on a shaky foundation, right? So why would you start your day with shaky energy, scattered thoughts, and a sense of chaos Here's the power of that first hour. It's not about doing things perfectly, it's about doing things intentionally. Whether you meditate, journal, go for a walk, read, stretch, or simply sit in stillness, it's not about the specific actions, it's about the intention behind them. It's about choosing consciously the energy you want to bring into the day. I want you to consider something radical. What if you started your day before you went to bed the night before? What if, as you lay down to sleep, you set an intention for the next morning? Something simple, like I'm going to wake up refreshed and ready to create. Or I'm going to wake up and feel grateful. This is how you start to create your day before it even begins. You're not waiting for the morning to dictate how you feel. You're choosing how you're going to feel in advance. And then when that alarm goes off, you're not waking up to your circumstances, you're waking up to your creation. You're waking up to the energy you set the night before. You're stepping into the day with clarity, with intention, with a sense of purpose. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who always woke up in a rush, hitting the snooze button, scrambling to get ready, barely making it to work on time. His days were stressful, and he felt like life was slipping through his fingers, like he was constantly playing catch-up. One day, he decided to change just one thing. He set his alarm 30 minutes earlier and spent that time sitting quietly with a cup of tea, just breathing, thinking about what he was grateful for, and setting his intention for the day. That one shift, just 30 minutes of intentional time, changed everything. He found that he was more focused, less reactive, more in control of his emotions, and better able to handle whatever challenges came his way. He didn't change the world, but he changed his world, and that made all the difference. What about you? What would happen if you created just 15 minutes in the morning for yourself, for your intention, for your dreams? What if you stopped waking up as a victim of your to-do list and started waking up as the creator of your day? The first hour is the compass. It's the guide that sets your direction. If you start your day with clarity and purpose, you're much more likely to stay on track throughout the day. But if you start your day with chaos and distraction, it's easy to get lost, to be pulled in 1,000 different directions, to end the day wondering where all your time went. Here's a challenge for you. Take ownership of your first hour. Even if it's just 10 minutes, make it yours. Make it intentional. Make it about creating the energy you want to carry into the rest of your day. Because when you start your day with that kind of focus, you'll find that everything else falls into place more easily. You're not fighting against the current, you're flowing with it. Ask yourself, what am I creating today? What kind of energy do I want to bring into my life, my work, my relationships? How do I want to feel when I lay my head on the pillow tonight? When you wake up with those questions in your mind, you are no longer a passenger on the journey of life, you are the driver. And you don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to have the perfect plan, the perfect strategy, or the perfect schedule. All you need is a willingness to be present in that first hour, to choose your energy instead of letting the world choose it for you. Here's a practical tip: create a morning anchor. This could be one thing you do every morning without fail that centers you, that reminds you of your intention. It might be a morning affirmation, a short meditation, a gratitude journal, or even just looking out the window and taking a few deep breaths. Something simple, something grounding, something that connects you to the energy you want to create. Because that's what it's all about, creating, not reacting. You don't just wake up to life, you shape it, you mold it, you bring it into being with every thought, every word, every action you take. The first hour is your canvas, and you are the artist. Imagine this: you are waking up tomorrow morning, your alarm goes off, and instead of hitting the snooze button, you smile, you take a deep breath and feel the potential of a new day. You sit up, plant your feet on the ground, and say to yourself, I am creating a beautiful day. You take a few moments for yourself. Maybe it's to breathe, to meditate, to move your body, to speak a word of gratitude. You're not rushing, you're not worried about what's next, you're present fully in this moment. Now, what happens to the rest of your day? Suddenly, you find that you have more energy, more focus, more patience. Things that used to bother you don't seem as important. You're in the flow, you're responding to life instead of reacting to it. And when you go to bed that night, you feel a deep sense of satisfaction because you didn't just get through the day, you created it. That's the power of a morning routine. It's not just about productivity hacks or doing more. It's about aligning yourself. The greatest investment you can make is in how you start your day. It's a gift you give to yourself that echoes out into every moment, every interaction, every outcome. It's the spark that ignites your spirit and sets the tone for everything that follows. If you want to create a life that matches the highest vision you have for yourself, it starts the second you wake up. When I say investment, I don't mean money or effort or time in the way we normally think about it. I mean energy. Your energy is your currency, and how you choose to spend it first thing in the morning is the most important decision you make every single day. You wouldn't walk around handing out your hard-earned cash to anyone you pass by on the street, would you? Yet, how many of us wake up and immediately give our energy away to worry, to stress, to distraction? What if instead you woke up and chose to invest in you? What if the first thing you did each morning was to energize your mind, your body, your spirit, so that you could move through the day with clarity, with purpose, with vitality? Imagine this every morning as a blank canvas. What colors are you going to paint with? What tone are you going to set? What are the first thoughts you allow into that fresh, open space? Because the truth is this: what you allow into your mind in those first moments of the day, that's the energy you'll carry with you. That's what you'll radiate, and that's what you'll radiate, and that's what you'll attract. If you fill that space with thoughts of gratitude, with visions of possibility, with a deep sense of purpose, then you are sending a clear message to the universe: I am here. I am awake. I am ready, and the universe, it will respond. It has to respond. You'll find that life starts matching the vitality, the excitement, the enthusiasm you put out there. Here's a question for you. What's the first thing you think about when you wake up? Do you grab your phone? Do you start running through your to-do list, checking your emails, scrolling through social media? Or do you take a moment, just a single moment, to breathe in the stillness of the morning, to set an intention, to feel alive? Because those first thoughts are seeds, and whatever you plant in the morning, you will harvest throughout the day. Now, I know life can be hectic. I know you've got responsibilities, commitments, people counting on you. But if you don't take time to energize yourself first, what are you really giving to the world? If you're running on empty, if you're drained, if you're depleted, then what you're offering is a shadow of your true self. But if you take even just 5 minutes, 5 sacred minutes to invest in your energy, your mindset, your spirit, you'll find that everything you encounter throughout the day meets you at that level. I want you to try this tomorrow. Set your alarm 5 minutes earlier, just 5 minutes. And in those 5 minutes, don't check your phone. Don't get out of bed. Don't think about all the things you have to do. Just lie there, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what kind of day do I want to create today? Not what kind of day you expect to have, or what kind of day you're worried about, but what kind of day you want to create. And then visualize it. Picture yourself moving through that day with ease, with confidence, with grace. See yourself responding to challenges with a smile, connecting with others, feeling alive, feeling energized. Feel it in your body. What's the feeling you want to carry with you? Not just a thought, a feeling. Because thoughts are powerful, yes, but feelings are the language of the universe. When you start your day by tuning into how you want to feel, you're not just setting a mental intention, you're aligning your entire being with that energy. And when you're aligned, the world will mirror that alignment back to you. Opportunities will open up. Solutions will appear. You'll find yourself in the right place at the right time. It's not magic, it's alignment. It's the law of energy, like attracts like. Energy flows where attention goes. So where's your attention when you wake up? Is it on what's lacking, on what's wrong, on what's missing, or is it on what's possible, on what's good, on what's beautiful? Because the energy you start with will be the energy that defines your day. It's like tuning an instrument. If you start out of tune, the whole song will be off. But if you start in harmony, if you take a moment to tune yourself to the highest vibration you can reach, the entire day will play out like a symphony. Let's get practical. What does it mean to energize your mind and spirit in the morning? It doesn't mean you have to follow a strict routine or wake up at 4 a.m. to meditate for an hour. It's about finding what resonates with you, what fills you up, what makes you feel alive. Maybe it's a few minutes of deep breathing, a quick stretch, reading something inspirational, writing in a journal, saying a prayer, or just sitting in silence. Maybe it's listening to music that lifts your spirit, or stepping outside to feel the cool morning air on your face. Whatever it is, make it a ritual. A ritual that says, this is my time. This is how I invest in myself. This is how I honor the day ahead. One small shift can change everything. A woman I know used to wake up every morning dreading the day. She'd hit the snooze button, roll out of bed with a sense of heaviness, and rush through her morning already feeling behind. Then, one day, she decided to do something different. She set her alarm 5 minutes earlier, and instead of hitting snooze, she sat up, closed her eyes, and said, "Thank you, just that." Just 2 words, thank you. She started each day with gratitude for the simple fact that she woke up, that she had another day to live, to love, to experience. And you know what happened? Her entire life began to change. She felt lighter, more optimistic, more open to possibilities. Her relationships improved, her work improved, and even her health improved. It all started with that one small shift, choosing gratitude instead of dread. So what's your one small shift? What's the tiny thing you can change tomorrow morning that will set a new tone for your day? Maybe it's getting up 5 minutes earlier. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water before your coffee. Maybe it's sitting quietly and just breathing. Whatever it is, make it intentional. Make it about investing in your energy, your vitality, your spirit. And here's a powerful truth: when you energize your mind and spirit, you don't just affect yourself, you affect everyone around you. You become a source of light in a world that often feels heavy. You become the person who walks into a room and lifts the energy. You become the one who sees possibilities where others see problems, who finds solutions where others see obstacles, who brings calm where others bring chaos. And that's what makes you a leader, an influencer, a creator. It's not about titles or positions, it's about energy. It's about who you are when you show up. What if you saw your morning as sacred, not as something to rush through, not as a burden or a chore, but as a sacred time to connect with yourself, with your purpose, with the deeper meaning of your life? How would that change the way you move through your day? Because the truth is, you are always choosing every morning, every moment how you want to show up in the world. You are always deciding what kind of energy you're bringing to the table. Here's another practice for you. Tomorrow when you wake up, before you do anything else, place your hand on your heart and say, I am worthy of a beautiful day, just try it. Say it out loud. I am worthy of a beautiful day. Feel those words. Feel them resonate within you. It doesn't matter if yesterday was hard, if you made mistakes, if you felt less than. In that moment, you are declaring your worthiness, your readiness to embrace the day. And when you do that, when you start your day from a place of worthiness, you will start to see the beauty in everything around you. The greatest investment you can make is in how you start your day. It's the foundation on which everything else is built. If you skip this step, if you don't take the time to energize yourself, then everything else becomes harder. But if you start your day with intention, with clarity, with purpose, then the rest of the day will flow from that energy. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. It's about showing up for yourself so that you can show up for the world in the best way possible. So tomorrow morning when you open your eyes, remember this: you are the creator of your day. You are the one who decides what kind of energy you're going to bring, what kind of experience you're going to have. You are the one who sets the tone, who paints the canvas, who writes the story. Invest in yourself. Invest in your morning. Because when you do, you're not just changing your day, you're changing your life. And the ripple effect is real. Imagine this each morning when the light first breaks the horizon, the universe is inviting you to meet the highest, truest version of yourself. That version of you that's not caught up in yesterday's worries, not tied down by what others think you should be, not limited by fear or doubt. Every single sunrise is an opportunity to begin anew. Most of us have this automatic script we run the moment we wake up. Maybe it's a mental to-do list. Maybe it's a replay of yesterday's struggles. Or maybe it's just that habitual reach for the phone, scrolling, checking, reacting. But what if instead the first thought in your mind was, today I have the power to meet my highest self. Today I get to be the version of me that I most admire. I'll tell you this, that version of you isn't waiting to be discovered somewhere far away. It's right here, right now, waiting for you to make the decision to step into it. You don't need to go on a long journey to find your best self. You don't need to move to a mountaintop or take a sabbatical. You just need to make a choice that starts with the very first breath you take in the morning. Here's a question for you. What does your highest self look like when they wake up? Close your eyes for a second. Imagine yourself as the best version of you, the one who lives with purpose, with peace, with presence. How do they greet the morning? What's the expression on their face when they open their eyes? What do they say to themselves? What energy do they bring to those first precious moments of the day? I can tell you this, they're not dragging themselves out of bed dreading the hours ahead. They're stepping into the day with a sense of wonder, of curiosity, of gratitude. They're not carrying the weight of yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's worries. They're fully here, embracing the gift of the new day. You see, the morning is sacred ground. This is where you get to decide who you're going to be. Not who you were yesterday, not who you're expected to be tomorrow, but who you choose to be today. Every dawn offers you a fresh start, a clean slate, a chance to realign with what truly matters to you. Let me share something powerful. Your morning mindset becomes the foundation for your entire day. If you begin your morning with intention, with purpose, with clarity, then that energy will ripple out into every interaction, every challenge, every task. You don't have to do it perfectly, you just have to be present. What if you approached each morning like an artist standing before a blank canvas? Imagine that each day is a new work of art, and you are the painter. Your thoughts are the brushstrokes, your intentions are the colors. The way you choose to wake up, the way you choose to step into those first moments, that's the first stroke of your masterpiece. You know, so many people wake up and feel like they're at the mercy of the world, like life is something that happens to them. They're reacting to the day instead of creating it. But I'm here to tell you, you're not a victim of circumstance. You're the creator of your experience, and every morning you have the chance to declare, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, this is the energy I'm bringing into today. Here's a little secret: your highest self is always accessible, but it requires your invitation. And that invitation begins the moment you open your eyes. It's about setting a tone, establishing a rhythm, choosing a mindset that aligns with the person you want to be. Some people call this a morning routine. I call it a morning intention, because when you start your day from a place of intention, you are actively shaping your reality. Now, I'm not saying you need to have a perfectly structured schedule with every minute accounted for. This isn't about rigidity, it's about flow. It's about giving yourself the space to tune in, to breathe, to connect with the deeper part of you that already knows what you need. It's about slowing down enough to listen to that quiet inner voice that whispers, this is what's right for you. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. You don't need to meditate for an hour or do yoga on a mountaintop. It's not about the what, it's about the how. How do you enter the day, with peace or with panic, with gratitude or with grumbling? Because that's what the universe hears. That's what the world responds to. Here's an idea tomorrow: when you wake up, don't rush. Don't let your mind leap ahead to the tasks, the meetings, the obligations. Just take one deep, conscious breath. Inhale and feel the gift of being alive. Exhale and feel the release of yesterday. You don't have to hold on to anything from the past. You are brand new right now in this moment. Think of each morning like a sunrise over a still lake. It's a time of reflection, a time of clarity, a time to see things as they really are before the busyness, before the noise, before the demands of the day start pulling at you. In that stillness, ask yourself, who do I want to be today? What energy do I want to bring into the world? Here's the truth: you don't have to have it all figured out. Your highest self is not some perfect, unattainable version of you. It's simply the part of you that is most true, most alive, most connected to your purpose. And that part of you is always there, waiting to be expressed. Each morning you have the chance to let it come forward, to let it guide you, to let it be the part of you that paints the canvas of your day. I'll tell you a story. There was a man who struggled every morning. He would wake up feeling anxious, stressed, overwhelmed by the day before he even got out of bed. One morning, he decided to do something different. He got up, went to the window, and watched the sunrise. Just watched without thinking about anything else. As he watched the light slowly fill the sky, he felt something shift inside of him. It was a sense of peace, of wonder, of connection. In that moment, he realized something profound. He had been missing the beauty of the beginning. From that day on, he made a decision. Every morning he would spend just a few moments with the sunrise, not because it solved all his problems, not because it made his day easier, but because it reminded him of the beauty of new beginnings. It was his way of connecting with his highest self, the part of him that sees the bigger picture, the part that knows that every day is a gift. And so I ask you, how will you greet the morning? Will you greet it with dread or with delight? Will you see it as a burden or as a blessing? Will you fill it with stress or will you fill it with serenity? That's your choice. And that choice is more powerful than you can imagine. Here's a little challenge for you. The next time you wake up, don't just roll out of bed. Don't just fall into the same patterns, the same habits, the same thoughts. Take a moment, just one moment to pause, to breathe, to ask yourself, what if today I showed up as my highest self? What if today I chose peace instead of worry, curiosity instead of judgment, gratitude instead of complaint? What would my day look like then? This is where transformation begins. It's not in the grand gestures or the major life changes. It's in the simple act of choosing each morning to be just a little more present, a little more intentional, a little more connected to the truth of who you are. When you do that, when you make that choice consistently, you'll notice something incredible. Life begins to flow. Challenges don't disappear, but they lose their weight. Stress doesn't vanish, but it no longer controls you. You're no longer fighting your way through the day, you're dancing with it. You're no longer trying to be something you're not. You're stepping into who you already are. So what if each morning was a chance to meet the highest version of you? Not the perfect version, not the flawless version, but the authentic version. The version that is kind to themselves, that is patient, that is open, that is curious. The version that sees each day as a new opportunity to grow, to learn, to love, to be fully alive. Let that version of you be the one who greets the morning. Let them be the one who paints the canvas of your day with purpose, with peace, and with. Thanks for joining me today. If you found value in this discussion on topic, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more motivational content. Share your thoughts in the comments below.